Okay, I moved to the Green Sunfish pond. I've got a Gulp live minnow on there, and this is probably going to be a pretty big green sunfish. That's my guess. It is indeed. Oh my goodness, the guy's huge. Welcome back to Under a Bobber Fishing. This is Steve, and I'm back at the crappie pond today. I'm gonna throw some bait out there. We're gonna start off with some bait under a bobber, but depending on how long I'm here and what I see and so on, I may decide to put a topwater lure on there. Don't know. Right now it looks like there's a little bit of gunk on the top of the water, so if that gets to be a problem, I'll just move somewhere else. I'm gonna start off with my favorite bait, Gulp live minnow. Just using the 1 inch today. May start using the 2.5 inch at some point a little more frequently. I've tried it already a little bit this spring, but they're not quite ready for that, I don't think. So this pond, I call it the crappie pond because there are crappie in here. They're black crappie, but there are also bluegill and green sunfish and largemouth bass and bullhead catfish. I've caught all of those, and I caught a carp out of here once, but I caught him on a crappie nibble. And then conceivably there's anything in here that this is a runoff from Allen Creek. So anything that's in Allen Creek could be in here. There could be sawguy in here, freshwater drum, even muskie. Because sometimes when that creek gets really high, there's a culvert over there, and that culvert completely is totally filled. So anything could easily enter this pond and then not exit. So we'll see what we get today. That one. Oh, it's a good one too. This has to be a bass. I've seen a ton of bass swimming around on top of the water. Oh, I don't think it's a bass. It's just going to be a nice bluegill. Wow. Excellent. That's pretty good bluegill for this pond. Nice. So I've seen a ton of bass already swimming around on top of the pond. That's a nice bluegill. Great. And he took that super hard. That's why they're fun to catch, the bigger bluegill like that. Thank you, buddy. So, interesting about the bass, this part of the pond right now has a bunch of gunk on top, so I can't do topwater right here, but maybe in that far corner over there. That's where I caught one on topwater a week ago. A little super tiny one. So I may try that again though later. We'll see how the fishing continues here. That koi is right there in front of me. It's kind of... Oh, something's biting. It's kind of just underneath some stuff on the surface, but pretty cool. I wonder how I got in here. So most of the fish that are out there are, or actually not most of them, some of them are largemouth bass that I can see swimming on top of the water. But a lot of them are, well, there was that one koi, and then there's some carp and some sort of a sucker that's out there. So I put 3 crappie nibbles, and I rolled them into a ball and put them on this hook, and I set it really shallow. I'm going to see if that works. Got a fish finally, but it's not one of those carp, I don't believe. No, it's a bluegill on the crappie nibbles. So that took a good half hour to get this guy. Thank you, buddy. I do think that I had a couple of bites from one of those larger either carp or suckers out there. So I'm going to try for a little bit more, but I've been trying this for 20 minutes now, and they're not like super feeding or anything, so I'll keep trying a little bit. Okay, I moved to the Green Sunfish pond. I've got a Gulp live minnow on there, and this is probably going to be a pretty big green sunfish. That's my guess. It is indeed. Oh my goodness. The guy's huge. I don't know if you guys realize how big these fish are. These green sunfish are enormous. He's huge. Super thick. And he took that, oh my gosh, and fought super well the whole way. What a fun fish to catch, really. If you can get a big sunfish like that, they're crazy. They're aggressive, they're strong. So anyway, thank you, buddy. So I was about ready to put top water on because I had my bobber out there. That was the first fish I caught. I've been here, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe a little less than 10 minutes. But and I got a couple bites, but nothing until that one, really, nothing good. But one fish attacked my bobber. So I've fished with topwater baits on this pond before, and I've caught lots of green sunfish that way. So I don't know. I might do that later. We'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see how the fishing continues to go here with the Gulp Alive minnows. And just like, I don't think he's as big as the last one, but just like the last one, he took it super hard. I don't know, actually. He's fighting pretty well. And the thing about these big green sunfish is that they don't mess around. There's no like playing with the bait like bluegill do. They see it and they slam it almost every time. Yeah, he's not quite as big as the last one, but that is still a super solid green sunfish. And that was about, that was the next cast. I left it out there for a little bit, but it only took a couple minutes since the last one. Oh yeah, he's not near as big as the last one. Felt a little bigger coming in because he went through the weeds. But still, super solid. Look how thick he is. And he's only 8 inches long. The other one was 10 or 11 inches long. Oh, and he's quivering. Thank you, buddy. I've said this before, but often the green sunfish will quiver. Almost like they're afraid, who knows, but they do that. One. I put a Gulp Nightcrawler on there. And I got this guy. They're not biting fast and furious. That's why I changed the bait. So, I did catch, what, two or three? I don't even remember. On the Gulp Alive minnow. Thank you, buddy. But then I wasn't really getting anything for a while, so I decided to change the bait, and then I got that guy. Got one. Another one on the Gulp earthworm. This is a couple casts later. He's not very big. Honestly, for this pond, he's not very big. If I caught a green sunfish pretty much anywhere else, I would say, wow, that's a pretty good sized green sunfish. But not in this pond. And I've said this before, I think the reason, there he is, that the green sunfish in this pond, he's doing the quivering thing, are so big, generally, thank you, buddy, is because I don't think there are any aquatic predators. I've not caught a bass here. I've not seen any bass. And the only other fish I've caught here, I've caught 3 creek chubs. And I think they came in, there's a culvert over there. I think they came in like when there was a big rain or something, and they came in through there. I don't think there's a sustained population of those here because, as the name suggests, they prefer to live in a creek with flowing water and gravel bottom and all that. But I caught 3 decent ones here, but those are the only other fish other than these green sunfish that I've caught here. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing, and I'm going to throw it out one last time. I've only caught 1 fish at this pond this evening, but I did catch some green sunfish at the pond before this one. And then earlier in the day at another pond, I caught a couple of bluegill. I tried for some other things. I was trying for some of those carp or suckers or whatever were swimming around in that first pond, and I wasn't able to get those. And then I did try some top water on a couple of these ponds and got nothing. So everything's been caught on bait under a bobber, whether it was a Gulp Nightcrawler or a Gulp Alive minnow. I have a minnow on there right now, and the bites have really slowed down, so I don't think I'm going to get anything during this sign off, so I'm just going to close it up. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. Until next time, bye.